Hello, friends, and welcome to the second in a series of podcasts we're doing, which are collaborations between the Double Jump Podcast, which is a video game podcast on the internet, and The Socket, which is a video series on the internet where we attempt to rank every game ever made from best to worst. And we did one of these a couple months ago for the first Kingdom Hearts game, and now we're back and we're doing the second game in the series, Kingdom Hearts... What's it called? Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. We got
Hooray.
Christian.
Hi.
And we got Michael.
Hello.
Michael's our JRPG consultant.
I guess I'm a JRPG consultant.
That's true. And as our JRPG consultant, you have a question to kick off this probably overlong conversation.
Well, I guess my question isn't as JRPG-ish as it could be, or maybe it is.
Okay.
So, I want you guys to imagine a world where you haven't played this game, where you haven't played Rechain or its actual original incarnation, just normal Chain of Memories.
Right, which was a Game Boy Advance game.
It was, which is probably something I hope we talk about later.
Okay.
But go back to this world where you just finished Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay.
You have not played Chain of Memories or Rechain of Memories.
Do they exist in this world and we just haven't played them?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
You have no inclination, you have no idea as to what it is other than the word card game.
Okay. Got it.
What would you think, coming out of Kingdom Hearts 1, a Kingdom Hearts card-based RPG would look like?
I would say Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay.
I would just picture something like Yu-Gi-Oh! You got two characters standing on opposite ends of an arena. You are playing cards in a turn-based fashion, and you are defeating their monsters, and they're defeating your Heartless, or monsters, or Bosters, and then you move on.
Okay. Okay.
Because if you say card game, that's immediately where my mind goes.
Yeah. Mine goes to Magic the Gathering, but I think that's just a generational thing.
The end effect, though, would be about the same, right?
I would picture I have a deck of cards, and I have a hand, and I draw cards from the deck into my hand in a random fashion.
Okay.
And then I play those cards to do damage to either the other person or their cards.
Yes. So it's Hearthstone.
So it's Hearthstone. And Michael, I feel like you're, I can kind of see where this is leading.
So then, what if I told you we want cards, and we want an action RPG a la Kingdom Hearts. And the next thing is we want to take these and use them as the jumping off point for what's going to be a wider franchise of video games.
I am pulling my funding. I don't want to be any part of this.
I guess what I'm asking is, would you guys have ever predicted that it would be like Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories
No.
for the PlayStation 2?
No.
Okay.
Who would? It is not a natural idea at all.
I don't know. Is this the only game that is kind of built around this mechanic like that? I can't imagine it's the only card-based
I hope
RPG.
so. For all of our
What's
sakes.
that? What's that Xbox thing that they were gonna dig back up from the grave?
Uno. Oh, Phantom Dust.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That has cards. What do you do with the cards in that game?
I don't know. I never played that one. It seems
Okay,
cool.
never mind.
That is kind of similar, though, is my understanding. But
Okay.
all I mean by that is, aren't they just saying, your actions you take are cards? And then it's like an extra layer for no reason?
Probably. That's Rechain of Memories for you, huh?
Yeah, so Michael, are you saying this was a bad idea? This game?
I don't know. It seems like a weird idea, is basically all I'm saying.
It is a very weird idea.
All of this seems like a bunch of different things kind of trying to come together, and I'm not sure. It wouldn't be how I would design either a card game or an action RPG, but here we are. It exists, and you can summon Goofy, and he has 9 points, and he gets broken or blocked or whatever because the other guy has a 0, and you're not happy, and what the hell is this game?
Well, this game is a Kingdom Hearts sequel.
Okay.
We pick up right where the last one left off with our lovely companions, Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
Okay.
And they are chasing Pluto across rolling grass hills.
Okay, can I
And
stop
I
you
believe
now?
he has a note of some sort.
Can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
Wait, let's backtrack here. Pluto has a note that's never referenced again, is it?
That was at the end of the first one, right? It's like, I have a note for you guys.
Yeah, it's at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay.
And then you chase Pluto down, and then you, for some reason, go to Castle Oblivion because this hooded guy convinces you to. This guy in a black cloak in the middle of the night's like, come this way to the Castle Oblivion. And then I don't think the note's referenced again at all in this game, even though Sora... Because the ending of it is Sora's thrown into this pod for like a year.
Well, spoilers, Michael. Jesus, we're at the very
I'm sorry,
beginning.
spoiler alert.
But my point...
Why'd you stop me, Tucker?
My point being, immediately, this game makes no sense. Because at the end of the first game, Sora is in a void with a giant door in it, and Riku is there. And my hope, my dream was that this game would explain how Riku got to be there. That never happens. And then Sora somehow exits that void and is in grassy hills, which is never explained. Where are these
That's
grassy
the end of
hills?
Kingdom Hearts 1. That's the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, isn't it?
I know, but it's not like they explain anything about it. He's just like, I'm in fields now. It establishes this tone that, hey, none of this is going to make any sense.
I know, it's beautiful.
It's not beautiful. It's not beautiful. This game is not beautiful. This game is trash fire, and immediately I was turned off by what was happening because it is the opening to a bad anime.
It's not even that. At least bad animes have exposition.
Yeah. And we get there. We get there with exposition. But nothing about the beginning of this game is in any way good. And if you have not played the first game and for some reason you're playing this game, that's gotta be fun. Just like characters in a field, they're like, let's go to the crazy mansion. That's the plot of this game.
Yeah, what you're saying is really weird because, at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, you anticipate the next story will be finding Riku, reuniting with Kairi, and figuring out what the heck Mickey Mouse is up to. But it ends up in this detour through this castle.
Yeah, that's what
and
this
all
is.
that's just pushed to the side.
This is just a detour.
Well, it's like the detour to set up Kingdom Hearts 2, though, isn't it? It's your big introduction to one of the main entities, I guess, in the rest of the series. It's like the bridge between the two that somehow sets up Nobody's exist. It somehow sets up why Sora is going to be, I'm assuming, starting Kingdom Hearts 2 in this memory pod.
Yeah.
And where Riku went, how Riku and Mickey go from beyond Abyss Gate place to whatever kind of reality they're in.
Yeah.
Like, it does establish all of that, I guess. It's more than just a little side story. It's, I guess, I think a big piece of how to get from Kingdom Hearts 1 to 2, and then also introducing parts of the lore.
In that sense, I think this game is a lot better than 1. But it's built on this foundation from 1 that doesn't make any sense. Because nothing in 1 is explained. It's like...
Because nothing in 1 makes sense.
I know, that's what I'm saying. This game makes sense. In a way. It has a logic to it. It has recognizable themes and narrative, like, paths.
Cohesion? Yeah, kind of.
1 doesn't. 1 is a nightmare game, and it doesn't end. It just stops because the giant door got locked or whatever. And the guy is like, Kingdom Hearts, and they don't explain any of that.
Do they ever explain Kingdom Hearts?
No!
Christian?
No.
Okay.
That's what everyone's hoping they will in Kingdom Hearts 3.
Because my image is this obtuse plane that's kind of how light is both a wave and a particle. Kingdom Hearts is both a door, a gate, a realm, and an idea.
I choose the middle path. Kingdom Hearts.
You will lead the twilight? No, the dawn.
We'll get there.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll get there. That's coming.
But from what I understand, I think they were commissioned to make a Kingdom Hearts game that was going to be on a mobile platform. And then Nomura or someone was like, I want to make it significant in the Kingdom Hearts story. So I'm just going to make it take place story-wise sequel to Kingdom Hearts 1. And then they just kind of wrote it to fit in that way.
I respect that.
Yeah, I actually kind of like that a lot.
That's fine.
I feel like there's a lot of big games that have these like your handheld version. They have your handheld spin-offs and stuff where the things that happen there don't actually matter to the whole of the series. And I kind of like that this is one that maybe does kind of have some kind of significance to the things going on in the Kingdom Hearts universe, whatever the hell is actually going on in the Kingdom Hearts universe.
Yeah.
But like 10 times more than the first game.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, this game has a thing that I need to come up with a term for because
Okay.
I see it in a lot of sequels,
Okay.
but it's like lore blowout or something like that,
Yeah.
where you have the first entry of the game and things are pretty limited in scope as far as the universe is concerned.
Yeah.
And then you've got the second thing, and then boom, there's all this new stuff that's tossed in there. Like Star Wars did this, Halo did this,
Yep.
Kingdom Hearts does this here, because now you've got cloaked figures that apparently are now like having an impact on everything, even though they weren't existent at all in the first Kingdom Hearts game.
Yeah. I like that kind of stuff, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do too.
I like it here.
I do too.
that's good.
It's one of my favorite parts of this game, actually.
Yeah. I feel like we're working backwards looking at it, just because when you say that about Star Wars, it's like, oh, yeah, it built upon itself. But looking at Kingdom Hearts, to me, it feels like we're working towards 2, which is obviously not how it works. I mean, 2 just came after this, and they built upon it. But in my mind, this is like, okay, we have to go back and make 2 make sense. So they came out with this game. Which is
yeah.
odd, because it just feels so much different than 1, which didn't set up 2 at all, it feels like.
But we've got even more fun story content in the form of Disney worlds that were already in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Okay, Kristen, explain this to me, please. What is the point of the Disney worlds? From a narrative
In this
sense.
game?
Yeah, what are you accomplishing by going through the Disney worlds?
Forgetting your memories or something?
To forget is to remember.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Because you
And
get
this one's
cards
to,
that
like-
are your memories.
It's like the way that they're they're making you live out the memories in a certain way so that they can kind of rebuild them.
Right.
Is my understanding.
But compared to 1 where it was so straightforward, you have to go to the world and seal the thing.
Yeah.
Shoot your laser into the lock, and it's like, and it sounds awesome. There's none of that in this game. There's no strong narrative push to go through these levels, and I feel like that's a big problem, because the narrative push for me was seeing what the rogue people were plotting, which happens to take place after each level, so it's like it's your narrative treat for beating the level. But Sora's motivation makes no sense to me in this game, and it's so elusive and anime in nature that I find it really hard to sympathize with him as a main character.
Let's roll back the clock here.
Okay.
Does it ever clearly state what Sora's looking for in Castle Oblivion? I know at the end things are kind of played out so that he thinks he's looking for Naminé.
Yeah.
But up until that point, is there like some kind of hint that, oh, your friend Riku is in Castle Oblivion, or this is the gateway to finding Riku or Kairi or something? Is that like hinted at all? I kind of don't remember the exposition of this game.
Couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Well, he's like, at some point early on, there is this thing where it's like, remember that other kid that was on the island? And he's like, no, I don't. And then he does. And that becomes the driving force, but I don't remember exactly when that happens.
It's pretty early.
Yeah. There is so much... What's a good word? There is so much nonsense going on with the memory thing where it's like, I wrote everything down into my book. Wait, the book's empty. Oh, crap. Nobody remembers anything.
Okay. Really quick, I feel like this is a good time to bring this up. I really like that Jiminy Cricket has a role in the plot here.
He's like a character.
But, yeah, because he's just kind of... He manages the journal in one, and then you forget he's there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Pinoc.
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 Pinoc. Well, gee, Ciabatta.
Ciabatta. What did you just go? Ciabatta roll?
Gardettos?
Whatever. I
Canova.
don't remember the name of Pinocchio's maker. I thought it was Geppetto. Is it not Geppetto?
It's Geppetto.
Oh, Geppetto.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like your version a lot better though.
Okay. But yeah. So I just wanted to throw that out there quick. I like that Jiminy Cricket he's finally a character. But the memory stuff is, I think when everything is said and done, I kind of like it as a plot device. Well, because, like, think about it like this. For this character, you have what essentially amounts to almost like a descent into madness. Like, Sora's character through all this is that he's losing his memories and stuff like that. And it's not just like little memories, it's big things. So you're seeing a character who is somewhat established beforehand in this beloved big PS2 game forget all of that, and it's almost like this crazy. I think it's crazy to think that it's like a descent into madness for what's actually like a child character.
Okay.
And that's like that to me is such an engaging and almost dark idea.
Okay.
That I kind of like it.
But
I don't know.
Do you feel like that hits ahead? Because I feel like that culminates in a scene that is basically the exact same scene as 1, which is he gets separated from Donald and Goofy and has to go off on his own because he's a dick. Or however you want to
Well,
word it.
Tucker, you see, it reflects on itself. It's like poetry.
Oh, it rhymes.
It rhymes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, because part of it is still like Sora's an idiot. He's
Yeah.
he's an impulsive child. And
Goofy
that's
is
part
the
of it.
smart one now.
Goofy, yeah, he's somehow, and I understand that that's kind of the Goofy's role through like the whole of Kingdom Hearts is that he's like the grounded voice of reason.
Which is crazy.
But
I like it though.
yeah, I do too actually. But yeah, that's. I don't know. Are we going to turn this into a dissection of Sora's character motivations throughout this entire thing, or because it's kind of a train wreck?
Yeah.
It is.
But I mean, I guess to a certain point they make sense after he starts getting into this fourth child, and it starts becoming clear that they're talking about Naminé.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know. Christian, I'm sure you have thoughts. I'll let you go. I just want to say that whole thing where it becomes about this like lost friend, and there's like jealousy over the friend, and there's this nostalgia and the use of memory within that plotline I actually like and was working for me by the end, where especially when it gets to like the revelation that Naminé has these powers over memory, and there's that whole thing going on. That I thought that was fine. That's an okay motivation for this character to be going through this castle. But I feel like it takes maybe too long to get there.
Mhm.
Like, I have the thing, the charm, and you do too, and it's from this person I don't know. And then things like, why is that happening? Why doesn't he know? I don't know. When I start thinking about this game, it doesn't make any sense. Popcorn Christian.
I'm okay with the memory stuff. I see it as a way that they could write themselves out of coming up with new Disney worlds that they could go to for this Game Boy Advance sequel.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming they would have to collaborate fairly closely with Disney in order to get approval as to what Disney worlds could and could not make it into the game, as well as which characters.
Right.
So they were probably like, okay, we got to spin something. Okay, we've got access to all these Disney worlds. We don't have to spend all the time collaborating with Disney on this, getting their approval.
Yeah.
And we can just cut out the Tarzan world and call it good.
Yeah.
So how do we write a story around that? And you write it by having them forget everything so you can go through everything again. But now all the characters in the Disney worlds drop little subtle hints about memories.
Yeah.
And they just hammer you on the head with, I wish, or wouldn't it suck if someone that you knew for such a long time forgot about you. Oh, man. Yeah.
And that's so wishy-washy. It's very convenient when people forget things or don't forget things based on how they need the plot to go forward. And it's like, I don't know. This wasn't.
Well, actually,
yeah.
Spoiler alert. Sora's never thanked Naminé.
Sora to who?
Sora's never thanked Naminé. Because he forgot about her.
Well, hold on. Nama who?
Namahe.
Namahe.
Naminé's a witch who can make people forget their memories.
Well, okay.
And these characters never really manifest themselves in any other form throughout the rest of the series, but now we've established that there are witches, and they can cause people to forget their memories.
Okay. Which is, again, building on this concept of people losing their heart and stuff that isn't explained at all and is very nebulous. And I just always think of that one guy in the first game right at the beginning, and he's like running away, and then his heart leaves his body, and then it's like, well, this is why there's Heartless, but it doesn't make any sense. And then Sora goes through Kairi's heart to become a Heartless, and then the heart goes into his heart, and he becomes Kairi's heart, and then
Kairi's inside me?
Kairi's inside me. I don't remember who Kairi is.
Do you ever... Because if you go according to that one scene with the one guy that turns into a Heartless, doesn't that mean that all of the Heartless you kill over the course of this game are people?
Yeah.
That Sora is just kind of a mass murderer in that regard?
What? Christian,
Isn't that
please
weird?
explain.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Going back to what you were saying, though, about the Disney worlds, it's very interesting because maybe when you described this game to me, I thought what this game was going to be was basically a revisit of 1, but with a different battle system. And that's not what this is at all. I mean, there are plot lines that are completely different from what was going on in 1 as far as the Disney stuff goes. But there's also plot lines that are the same.
Yeah. But the thing is that they have to be in 3-act chunks because there's 3 rooms in each Disney world that you have to access to get your story stuff.
Right. Which is not a good motivation to be going through this because the cutscenes are junk. They are.
And they clearly did not get any of the cast back to reprise their speaking roles because all that stuff is text. And it's got the same crappy wallpaper music. Do
not make fun of that song. That is a great song.
They play it too much.
No, it's mysterious.
They
It's
need
like,
to
what's going to
stop.
happen? Is Jasmine going to get with Jafar and do the thing? No, Jafar's a genie now. Help.
Okay.
Why?
Music sucks.
Why?
I don't know about that one.
The music does suck.
No!
It's so generic JRPG music now.
But Twilight Town.
But that's from 2, right? The new music for this game is bad. But okay, if we are to assume that Sora's memories are getting worse as he goes through the castle, that's established, right? That's a concept. Remember is to forget is to remember. Why does that not affect your journey through these Disney worlds at all?
What?
Because
Wait, what do you mean?
the plot of the first Disney world you go to is as generic and tangentially attached to the world in 1 as the last Disney world you go. At the end, shouldn't you be going through Disney World and having it be completely different from what actually happened because your memories are degrading?
You see, that would be a smart way to do
That would be
this.
an interesting take on this concept.
You see, that would be a good way to actually use your Disney worlds as more than just filler.
If they were if you were just in Wonderland and all of a sudden you go into a room and half of it is just fading away and there's weird stuff going on, that would be cool.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, I think that doesn't happen because from a lore perspective, Sora's memories are being copied and manifesting themselves in the form of these cards. So when he's using these cards on the door, his previous memories are just manifesting themselves on the next level of the castle.
But why? That doesn't explain it, though, because they're different.
You see, Naminé isn't... She is simply taking his chain of memories
Around his
and
heart.
rearranging the links.
Okay.
So You see, she's just mixing them up, but that doesn't quite make sense because she also plants herself in his memories.
Yes.
And I don't think there was any nominee link there, but whatever. She's just rearranging the links.
Okay.
It's like a golf
Well,
course. A
the other
links
part-
golf course.
Screw you.
The other part
Yes.
is that when you think about memory, you're never recalling something perfectly.
No.
That is
Yay!
absolutely true. And in fact, every time you remember something, you're really just remembering the last time you thought about it.
But I was just
So
made
your
to
memory
assume-
continues to degrade as... I don't know. I feel like we're attributing way too much logic to this
Well,
thing. And also the other side of this
Yeah.
is, I think it also proves kind of how pointless the Disney stuff is
yeah.
in these games.
It could have. There's like a meta appeal to this that they just barely missed out on, because it does not match one. It does not match one in a way that is not evocative of Sora misremembering it, or like having these like nostalgic memories where they're not quite right. They're like, rose tinted glasses of like, because as a player of one, that would make sense. It's like, oh, remember, this is the stuff I remember about Wonderland. I don't remember the parts where it's bad. I just remember the parts where it's good. But your playthrough of Wonderland in this game has nothing to do with that, and it has nothing to do with, like, no one could have this memory of one because it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't connect.
Well,
at
yeah,
all.
you're assuming someone's going to have a good memory of Wonderland.
I thought
That's
Wonderland
the first
was
problem
cool.
here.
I thought it was all right.
I didn't. I hated Wonderland.
You like
I hated
going
Wonderland.
to
I hated it in Kingdom Hearts 1, and I hated it in Kingdom Hearts 3 Chain of Memory.
There's a tea party.
You don't even see the tea party.
Change
You're
places.
in there. No one's there for the tea party.
They're sad.
And and in this one, they give you the weakest possible deck, where like your highest. Wait, no, never mind. I'm thinking the Riku playthrough.
Mm,
We'll save that for later.
okay.
Wonderland sucks.
Oh, yeah, it does. But there's like flowers you have to kill.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, you hit the flowers, and then they pop the little like health balls out, and
It's like a video game.
yay.
You got the same Disney bosses that you did in Kingdom Hearts 1.
with no
You sure do.
explanation. They just are there.
Yeah.
Like Sora, that's what I remember was the bosses. I don't remember any of this other crap. And the bosses have cards. I would just remember the bosses as having bad cards, but that's just me. So Sora's not even remembering anything? This is just Naminé reaching into his brain and picking a card out of there and being like, here you go.
Yeah, kind of.
Like, it's not an active process on Sora's part at all. It's just like, this is what you remember, and now it's displayed before you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't a part of it also that they're trying that the organization wants to physically break down Sora and physically test Sora?
They want to take him over, right? They want to, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the end goal. They want to use Sora. And
Yeah.
I forget if it's to use Sora to overthrow the organization, or
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Is like there's this weird double cross, triple cross plot
yeah,
line
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
among them. But
That stuff's good.
Yeah.
I like that stuff a lot. That was my favorite part of the game.
Yeah.
But
You gotta love whenever one of the organization members or other characters tosses a card,
Yeah.
and then Sora
Yes!
grabs it and puts it close to his face.
Yes! That was amazing. Riku does the same thing. It's like, think fast. Oh, this card? I guess I'll go there. And then they disappear.
That's good. But
Yeah.
the organization stuff is fun. You've got people talking in the same white blank rooms,
Yep.
but they're saying lofty, mysterious stuff.
Yep. They're good though. They're good in a way that no Kingdom Hearts character has been good so far.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Larxene,
Yeah.
Larxene,
Sassy
sassy
chick?
lady.
Yeah.
Yes, she's a lot of fun.
Mhm.
She's way more fun than any of the villains in the first game.
well, yeah, because it feels like there's actually a bigger. I feel like there's bigger things at stake.
Yeah.
The plot feels bigger, and the bigger plot feels grander, and it feels like something you don't fully comprehend yet. So there's things you actually learn about what's going on, rather than token villain wants to take over the world with token bad things.
Right. Well, it's like
I guess.
it's like it's a plot made up of actual concrete ideas that you can relate to. It's not just we need to get darkness. They're like, we need to kill this guy so that our plan can go through, and then they do or don't. And it's like, okay, I'm with the beats of the story. There's more plot in one cutscene in this game than there was in the entire first game, and I appreciate that.
And I mean, I guess the other part of it is the plot, at least on the part of the organization in this, is actually characters. They're established characters with established personalities playing off of each other's motivation.
Yes.
Like there's actually, they're reacting to each other, and they're,
Right.
I guess I don't know.
No, I totally agree.
I like that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it eventually builds to this weird triple cross, and I really enjoyed that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can like root for a character in this game,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is fun.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts OC is the best C.
I want to die. I want to.
Me too.
We've got Larxene, we've got all the organization members. You got Axel.
Yeah.
Huh?
Should we do like a? We should
Axel?
do like a applause meter.
Huh?
So like Axel. Yeah. Woo. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
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 Woo.
Oh, we've got a controversial one up next. Vexen.
Woo.
Yeah, you like
Yeah,
Vexen?
he's the scientisty guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked
Shield
him.
Man, Frost Shield Man, which is awesome.
He had a very sad story in this game.
He's going to freeze you.
Eat this.
Yeah.
He yeah, actually Vexen. I felt like he had a sympathetic story,
Yeah.
because by the end of it he's like the only one who's actually loyal to the organization.
Yeah, and he like tries to help Sora at the end, right? And then it just doesn't go well for him.
What?
I think in the scene where he dies, I'm pretty sure he's like, Sora, watch out! They're trying to use you, and then they just kill him. I'm trying to remember how that all goes.
I just remember the part where Axel snaps his fingers and
Yeah.
Vexen explodes into fire, and that's
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
He just like screams.
It was like peak anime.
Yeah, dude, that's so freaking metal.
Speaking of
Bruh.
which, the lip sync in this game,
It's not good.
not great, but for Vexen especially, it's just like he was not even trying. They weren't even showing him the footage. He's just like, I have the cards.
Yeah.
The heart of the cards.
I'm
is in-
going to freeze you. Plotting.
You know, because you can
Maybe
tell
we can use Riku.
there's a lot of like.
Yes.
That's a good Vexen. There's a lot of like, I am going to kill you, because the mouth doesn't. I don't know. It was very distracting to me. But so who's our next
Same.
robe person?
Next, on the Sora side of things, is everybody's favorite pretty boy and boss of Castle Oblivion,
Yep.
Marluxia. He's got pretty rose scythe. Dude, that design is awesome. Apparently, he was initially going to be a female,
Okay.
but they felt that they were sending the wrong message by having the main antagonist be a female.
Okay.
So they're like, just make it a dude.
Okay.
I like his character design, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. The fact that like when he walks around, it's like ooh, petals.
Yeah, it's.
And he has the giant rose scythe, and
Yeah.
it's. I think that's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Didn't do much more.
Then he has the weird Nomura monster mode.
Yeah. It's all right. It's much less insane than the giant meat chip that you played in one. Like, it's all right.
Yeah.
It's like a game boss. It's like, okay, yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
fight this guy.
Yeah.
That's a cool boss fight.
We've got two other organization members this time on the Riku side of things. There's Zexy and Mr. Bookman.
I liked him. Yeah. Woo, woo, woo,
Woo, woo, woo.
woo, woo.
I liked his fight. They do cool stuff with books.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's hard.
It is hard.
Yep.
He does a thing where he does splodies, and you got to get in the safe zone.
It's like a WoW raid.
Our last organization member present in Rechain of Memories is Lexius, the big sword-wielding dude. I don't remember him very well, so he's just a blank slate.
Yeah, he has He has that one scene where he fights Riku, and Riku becomes Ansem, and he's like, "This is a fight
Yeah.
I should not have started."
Oh, I thought you were gonna end it there.
No, but I like that scene. That was a doofy scene,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it.
I mean, he's the one that made Riku go full, whatever, go beast mode, go
Full
Super Saiyan
Ansem.
mode.
He went full Ansem. He went full Seeker of Darkness.
Oh, I
He did.
remember that now. Okay. I was waiting for him to just throw his robe off and just be like,
Naked Riku.
Oh my- Or he just flexes his muscles and it rips off the top of his robe.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I ever make a Christian soundboard, it's just gonna have Naked Riku.
That's a good one. That's a good one to have.
Okay.
Well, I think we covered pretty much all the story beats. We went through the organization members,
We haven't-
Sora and Riku. We haven't talked about Riku yet. We can talk about Riku's story.
Should we maybe?
He's just like floating.
Should we get into Sora's gameplay before we get into?
Yeah.
Okay,
let's,
sure.
Let's knock out all of the Sora part, and then we'll
Mhm.
go to all the Riku part. 'Cause I feel like
Yeah.
they almost feel like two different games at times.
Yes. A bad game and an okay game.
Okay.
Uh,
So, as Michael introduced, we've got cards,
Yeah.
yes.
and you use cards to hit things. It's a Kingdom Hearts game, but everything takes place in boxes,
Yep.
and in order to do anything, you must spend a card to do so.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the game goes. You use higher value cards to cancel out enemies' lower value cards.
Mm-hmm.
And you chain them into slights.
Yep. And the slights are super powerful mega moves.
And they use your card that you start the slight with
Yeah, and you lose the card for good
until the next fight.
until the next fight, or I think, can you use like a mega ether or something? A special kind of
Yep.
ether to get it back?
Sure can.
Yeah, dude. So
Mm.
things start out a little tough because you just get this rinky-dinky deck, and then you're just trying to fight through things, and then you're frustratingly interrupted in the middle of an attack.
Yeah.
But you start getting better cards, you start getting those slights, and then things start picking up, and then all of a sudden the game's broken
Right.
because you can do all the slights, and you set up your deck so that all of the math adds up correctly. I mean, in theory, this system is completely bonkers. It's insane. And there's like so much going on at one time that there were plenty of times where I was just walking around an arena going,
Triangle,
while shuffling
triangle.
through all my cards. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. So like, I think in theory, you'd be running around on the fly doing quick math, adding up, okay, what's the minimum amount of number I can use to break this attack? Okay, I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to put a heal in that 3 slight so that I can heal myself beforehand and then be good for this attack. And then I'm going to dodge because you have to actively dodge. Dodging is the only thing that doesn't cost besides moving and jumping. You can do all those without cards. Okay? Because Sora did not forget those when he walked into Castle Oblivion. That and talking. He still knows how to talk. Fine dining and breathing. But yeah, you get the slights and you break the game.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe.
No. Yeah.
I had a harder. This is a part where I think I have to reckon with the fact I'm just bad at video games.
No.
But
Okay.
No, Michael.
But-
do not blame yourself.
Okay,
Blame me.
I had a harder time with later bosses, even with slights.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I had an Ars Arcanum deck that I couldn't use, and then
Oh.
even with the one that was just like the Sonic Blade with the back and forth
Yep.
motion didn't work all the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't think it's I don't think it's as game breaking.
Mhm.
And on the other side of that, I do think that once you, outside of the obviously broken decks, once you figure out things that do work for you and being able to construct a deck in reaction to those things, I do find some enjoyment with that system.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know, being able to land off certain attacks in a certain order and figuring out what works and stuff I kind of enjoyed.
Can I go on my rant? Okay. Remember your question at the beginning?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's a card game. That's fun. What's in a card game? Okay. In a card game, you have a deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you
Yep.
build a deck, the idea is to put cards in there where if you were to randomly draw them from the deck, they would go well with other cards you have randomly drawn from the deck. And some of the fun of a card game is that you don't know what cards you're going to get. So, in this game, when you build a deck, all you're doing is choosing the cards that are available to you at any time.
Right.
And there's no real order to them. There's an order, but you can flip through it however you want to. You can combine any card you want with any card. There's no reason for this to be a card game. The cards don't act like cards do in a card game. It would be like if Kingdom Hearts had a list of abilities for you to pick, and you just use it and then it's done, and then you recharge your MP and then you can use the ability again.
That happens.
Yeah.
That happens in future Kingdom Hearts games.
Oh, okay.
You get an ability list,
Oh,
and then you do the ability, and then you wait for it to recharge, and then you do the ability again.
okay. Well, that sounds like fun. Your opponent, outside of bosses, doesn't have a deck. They just throw a card at you randomly. There's no deck. It's not a card game. They're just attacking you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a math game.
Yeah.
But the math is this number bigger or smaller than this number?
So you're saying it should have been called Math Blasters Kingdom Hearts?
Math Blasters 2. There's no strategy to it.
There is.
Yeah.
There's strategy with organizing your deck. You have fun. I had fun.
No,
I had
I
fun
didn't have
breaking
fun.
it. I had fun going in my
no
deck.
fun.
I had fun being like, okay, so I want my numbers to add up to 16 every time. Okay, so I need like 9s.
For
I'm
a
gonna
slight,
prioritize
though.
the 9s.
For a slight.
Yeah.
Not because the game requires you to do that. You just wanted to use the fancy ability that breaks the game. There's no... The enemy, it's just like, throw a 2 at me. But it's not like you're strategizing around the fact that the enemy just threw a 2 at you.
No,
No,
That might
because
have
how
been.
could you?
because I'm bad at video games, Tucker.
This system is terrible. This is the worst way they could have done this.
But you've
Maybe.
got the premium cards, okay? And the premium cards I thought were good.
They're
But
bad.
as soon as you use them, they're out of your deck.
They're bad.
Yeah,
And
it's terrible.
don't you get like a thing if you beat the game 100% or something where it's like, now they don't go away, so you can keep playing this game.
What's really borked is how you're supposed to progress through the game is because you have doors.
Oh my god.
And they have like a certain value. You need to match that value, but that's not it. You also need the right corresponding color to slot in there. So if you're stuck with only a card that's a high enough value, that's the right color, that makes a bunch of Heartless appear, you're going to have to use it and have 50 random battles in the next room and have fun doing it.
It's not. Why is that a card? It's not going into a deck. It's just a card.
Because, Tucker, his memories of the rooms with lots of Heartless
Yeah.
had to be drawn out into a physical manifestation, which was a card.
I really, really like when they throw one card at you as far as where you can go, and you walk up to the door and 5 cards come down and spin around your head, and it's like, what? This is the laziest game.
Oh, no.
Why is that a card? Why is any of it cards?
I don't know. Did any of you guys get
Things-
roadblocked at the end where you had to have the 99 door?
No, I got roadblocked at
No.
the first level because I didn't have the thing
level.
and there was nowhere
Yeah.
else to go.
No, I never ran into any problems with being blocked from doors. I never had to go back and mine for cards.
I did. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That's enjoyable. Why is that a system? I'll tell you why, because you could beat this game in an hour if that wasn't a system.
Yeah.
Because there's no reason to level up. You can just run through the levels. The only way they gate your progress is you have to kill enemies to get cards to unlock a door, but the cards are random. And there's...
I do think leveling matters because you need to get the points to be able to fit things into your deck. Having bigger health helps, and you do have to get to a certain point to unlock slights like the game breaking slights.
So, are you saying they knew the game-breaking slights were in the game, and they built it around that.
I don't know if they intended any of that though. I don't know if they were like, okay, we're gonna throw in this power slide that's going to wipe the floor with any mob rooms and will help you essentially bully your way through a boss fight. I don't know if that was in their logic.
Because I feel like that's what that Trinity break or whatever is at the end, where they're like, this is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Because your friends came back, and now you can do this awesome attack with them, and they're going to help you. And it's like the only time there isn't ludonarrative dissonance in this game. And that was alright.
And the other, I don't know, I think the other part of it is it's probably just a poorly designed game. I don't know. I think there's a lot of cool ideas. I don't hate any of the systems, really. I just don't know if they mesh well, and I don't know if... One part of me thinks that the way the system's set up, where you have like this real-time dodging and jumping and rolling stuff alongside this card game, is kind of a cool, novel idea until you're playing it for 20, 30 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
And how...
And until there's definitely a difficulty spike. Because I did feel playing this on normal that it was harder than playing Kingdom Hearts 1 on normal. If that's until you get to the game breakers.
Yeah. Yeah, but not anything to do with the normal enemies, just the bosses.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because normal enemies, you just do slights of your basic attack cards and you win.
Yeah, pretty much. Or you just Trinity break and then...
Yeah.
And then do the slidey thingy for all the rest.
I hate the flowers, though. The flowers that shoot stuff at you.
Yeah.
Their card values are too darn high.
They stole my Moogle points. Really monsters. And that's a whole thing where you go to the Moogles and they give you cards.
Yeah. Card packs, dude.
Card packs.
How do you, like, open up that card pack and be like, come on, give me nines, give me nines, give me nines.
Nines. I didn't get many nines. If this game was just Kingdom Hearts 1 in these levels, it would be like the worst game ever made, right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Where it's just like you're in a box with the enemies from the first game, and it's like Hercules World for an entire game, and there's no plot to it. I don't know. That doesn't sound good.
Would it have been better if they just kept it as the Game Boy Advance game?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. Would it be better for like us as a society? Yes.
Well, I mean, would you have had a better time if they kind of cut that three-dimensional part of it down to a more two-dimensional
Yes.
plane?
Because then you're seeing like a
Absolutely.
different interpretation of it, because it has this different art style, and I could see the appeal there. The decision to turn that back into a PS2 game is kind of bonkers to me. And then to put in all the work with like the cutscenes and the voice acting and everything,
Yeah.
that's kind of wild, right?
It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, and I think in the original Game Boy version, at least the limitations would make more sense. A lot of these things that are like, at least as far as like level design goes and story design goes,
Yeah.
a lot of those things, at least I think, would probably have been more palatable,
Yes.
because it at least would make sense as to why you're just going to different boxes rather than
Yeah.
Yeah.
in this case where it's like you're working on the PlayStation 2.
Right.
You have the processing power to make a full-fledged game out of this. Why are you still limiting yourself to these little boxes?
Right. Because it's easy.
Yeah, and that's
That's why every level is the exact same thing with a different tile set applied to it.
Yeah.
It's the same layouts.
yeah.
We should
At
probably
least you
mention.
don't have to swim in Atlantica.
I didn't mind the
Thank God.
swimming. I would rather swim through Atlantica than go through the exact same level layouts again, but with fish on them or something.
Oh no, I disagree.
Yeah.
I was so happy to get away from the swimming. I hated that. That
Yeah.
killed me inside.
Okay, I could see that. But we need to talk about Flounder and his role in this game, which I am mystified. I'm like, when the cutscene was happening, I was just like, what is going on? How
Wait,
I
what
get
did Flounder do in this game? I forget.
Ariel's like, I want Flounder back. So she steals the trident and gives it to Ursula, and then Ursula's like, here's Flounder. And then she makes Flounder appear, and then he swims over. And it's like, oopsie poopsie, now she has the trident. And then you fight her.
Okay.
I don't know.
So I guess this might be a good... I don't know, do we feel like we've covered... Have we gone through Sora's side enough? Because I do want to bring up the question of whether or not it was better on the Riku side when they completely stripped the Disney stories from the levels.
I don't think that made it better. I think Riku's side is better, but I don't think it's because...
Right, no, I mean, just in this particular case, was it better to either A, have this asinine, super distilled plot line in all of these Disney worlds that don't matter, or B, just reduce them completely to levels that you fight through because plot?
It's interesting, because I wonder if my answer would be different if Riku was first.
Uh-huh.
Because then I wouldn't be sick of the story stuff.
Okay.
I almost wish it traded off, but that would be tough to do because the levels are the exact same thing. So I don't know how they would frame that, but is the decision to lock the Riku storyline behind the completion of the Sora storyline, is that, do you get the impression that the Sora storyline is the main storyline and the Riku one is for crazy people who want to keep playing the game?
I felt like more was answered in the Riku storyline than was in the Sora storyline.
Yeah, I feel like the Riku storyline should be the draw here.
I definitely felt like, at least as far as absorbing a story goes, I felt like the Riku one was more fulfilling
So you're saying
and enjoyable.
You're saying Riku is a better character than Sora? Is that what I'm hearing?
In this case, yeah, I feel like there was a better arc to Riku in the Riku storyline than in the Sora storyline.
Okay.
Because Sora doesn't change at all through this. He's still a dim-witted, stupid little kid.
Yes.
And at the end of it, he's just thinking about, oh, I want to protect Naminé.
Yes.
Even though I know Naminé messed with my memories and I'm forgetting Kairi, who I actually really like because I want to share my pawpaw fruit with her.
Okay.
But, like, I don't know. Okay, I guess before we even get into that part of it, what did you guys feel about the ending for the Sora side?
That was interesting. You know, he goes into this pod, and so do Sora or Donald and Goofy. And that's a weird way to end a game.
They pinky swear. I was okay with the ending until the Riku ending happened, and I thought the Riku ending was way better and kind of explored the same concepts, and it makes me not like the Sora ending in retrospect. What's the thing that makes you leave the theater and you're just like, that was awesome? With Sora, there's like nothing there. It's like, okay, I'm getting in the pod now.
I guess, I don't know. I like the Marluxia stuff. I like the stuff right up to the Marluxia stuff, too.
Yeah.
Where, like, after you battle Axel because you think Axel isn't helping you and Axel's helping you for some reason, and you get to the last room and suddenly fake Riku's there and Naminé's with you, and it's like watching the beginning of the climatic battle in a spaghetti western.
Okay.
It's like Magnificent Seven, where everyone's like suddenly you're standing in a line together.
Right.
And it's like, we're gonna go fight the final boss.
Right.
Yeah, and then you go fight the final boss, and it's this crazy anime guy with flowers all over the place and a giant scythe.
Right.
I like that.
But
That was a cool feeling.
they do that.
And then you get to the...
Sorry.
What's that?
I just feel like they do that exact same thing better in the Riku storyline with Mickey.
Oh.
He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'll be there for you, idiot.
Please just let me help you this one time, Riku.
Oh.
But I like that. And then I just think you get to the Naminé part, and it's like, okay, I guess we're gonna get back into the kind of stupid themes of the whole Kingdom Hearts series about remembering people in your heart and about how Naminé will always be a part of you,
Yeah.
even if she's not in your brain, because she's in your heart.
Okay.
And at that point I was like, okay, this is kind of forgettable, but at least I now know that Sora's in a pod, which is probably where he'll be in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
And then there's that cryptic poetry at the
I
end.
liked
with-
that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
I don't know, I liked all that stuff, but I'm a crazy person, so...
Okay, to go back just a little bit, is Riku the Luke Skywalker to Sora's Anakin Skywalker?
Whoa.
I don't like where this is going.
Am I wrong?
I don't think And I don't think Sora has had a fall from grace yet, though.
He got angry at Donald.
He got angry at Donald and Mickey and ran away like a baby. But
That's what Anakin would do.
that is what Anakin would do. You're not wrong.
I'm stronger than Mickey. He says I'm not ready, but I'm stronger than him.
Mhm.
And then Jiminy says I'm a senator, and then it plays out from there.
I am the Senate. I am the Journal.
You nailed it.
Pinocchio.
I am the journal. Pinocchio!
Unlimited Pinocchio.
Okay. It's good. I like where that went. Riku's alright. That's an okay half of
Okay.
the game.
Absolutely.
But it's like a third of the game.
That's an okay third of the game.
It's so much shorter. You don't have to worry about deck management. You just get to plow through it and then be done.
Yeah.
They played like a nice, brisk beat 'em up.
Exactly.
And you've got duels where you just spam the button real fast and then you win.
That feels good.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't think you can just spam the button really fast, though, I found, because especially at the later levels, I would shuffle through the deck a lot more.
Oh yeah.
So I'd find myself without cards at the end, and then you'd have to do the reshuffle, and if you had a big enough deck, it's like, oh, you spoiled your duel, then you get punched by the giant floating ball.
Yep. And it goes, again, though, we're just like removing ourselves farther from the idea of this being a card game, and it's just like,
Yeah.
you just press X now.
Mm.
The numbers don't have anything to do with how much damage you do. So
Yeah.
why?
There was one thing. Okay. So for the Riku side, I liked two things.
Okay.
One, leveling up actually could help you feel like a stronger character
Okay.
in a more concrete, absolute way, because you up your health in the darkness mode, and you up your where you are actually stronger, and you up your like attack strength.
Yes.
So in that way, leveling actually felt a little more meaningful.
Right.
And I also like that, at least in my mind, with Riku, especially when you'd go into the darkness mode,
Darkness.
it felt like he was a legitimately powerful character.
I didn't like going into darkness because he would jump on people, and I'd say, "No, don't jump on that person. I don't want to
jump
do that." And he'd say,
Oh,
Darkness.
what? When he does like the thing where he strikes down and like
Yeah.
press triangle and he goes to the next one.
"Yeah."
I like that because it controlled like a crowd controlled so easily.
Yeah.
I know that like part of this is where you just keep mashing X and you do a lot of damage and stuff like that, and it doesn't really matter what order the cards are in. When it came to boss fights and stuff like that, I would be paying closer attention to what cards I played, and in that way lining up certain attacks so it wouldn't be the up down thing, and instead it would be the like the dark aura where you just shoot across the room a bunch, or
Yeah.
or do the dark fire blast.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Mhm.
like, oh, it's Jafar. All you do is swing at the lamp,
Yeah, punch the bird.
punch the bird, and why are you doing that? And what's going on? And
My answer to that would be it didn't matter,
okay.
both in this case and because the Disney World still just don't matter. None of this, it doesn't matter. I
It
don't,
doesn't matter, no.
and I like that at least the Riku storyline was upfront with that like, yeah, the plots in the Disney Worlds don't mean a damn to the actual plot of the game.
There's just
It cut fat out that
I-
I think at least helped make it more enjoyable.
I was so embarrassed playing this game because it's just people in giant clown shoes standing in place and complaining about the smell of darkness, and then it's the same fight like 400 times in a row, and then you get to another cutscene and it's just them standing in clown shoes and saying, "Riku, I'm the darkness, don't let me into your heart," and then Mickey is a little ball of light and he says no, and that happens like 3 times. He says "ho," and then he flies into your heart. It's like a game for 2-year-olds, and I'm playing it on my couch. I just feel like an idiot, and I don't. This game made me feel bad. I got bad feelings from this game. I don't like
No,
it.
I didn't. I don't know. I feel like at this point, if you're committed to Kingdom Hearts enough at this point, clown shoes talking about the smell of darkness is kind of like, I feel like acceptable. I feel like at this point, it's like a vaccine. You've been exposed to it enough that you've built the immunity,
I guess
and it's like, okay, more clown shoe more expositions about the darkness.
But the cutscenes where he's smelling darkness is the good half. That's the part I liked. That's the short half.
I think the smelling of darkness was probably like a translation thing. Maybe it was
God,
supposed
I
to be
hope
like,
so.
I feel darkness.
I
or
think it's like a
something.
sense of darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah, they say
Maybe it's
darkness
just
a lot.
You have stinky feet, Zexion.
What is darkness representing in this? Like, what? It's like this thing. It's like nebulous. It doesn't mean anything.
Like Kingdom Hearts and the light.
Light.
It's like the light side and dark side of the Force.
Guys, I'm
It's almost terrible to try to explain it because then you get into metachlorians.
I'm having a mental breakdown, you guys. This game was very bad, and I don't wish to ever play it again, but I'm going to.
Yeah?
Yeah. Why do they have the cards that you go... There's the doors and they're gold, but you can't get the gold cards until the end of the game, and then what? You come back and get the gold doors, you guys?
So you can unlock the slights.
Those lights
Yeah,
are
dude.
in the doors.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
If you want to get those trophies for getting all the cards, what you gotta do is just keep on grinding until you get those golden door cards.
Oh, so you have to watch a 3-hour cutscene. You're the one that wants to plat this damn thing.
I don't want to do that either.
Why are you doing
I
it?
don't know. I don't think it's the. I don't think the mentality when you platinum a game is like, this is gonna be fun. If it was fun, then everyone would have the platinum.
Christian, is that true?
No.
Screw you.
There's plenty of fun games where people don't get platinums.
That's not what I'm saying. Anyway.
Okay.
This game is bad.
I don't think so.
The Riku stuff is good. It's not good. I take that back. I strike that from the record.
Tucker, are you losing your memories?
I don't remember is to forget. He doesn't care. Riku doesn't remember anything.
I don't think that like it's affecting his memory though. It's not like Namine's targeting Riku.
But I thought the whole thing was the castle eliminates your memories or something.
No, it's Namine.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the basement?
Yeah.
Okay.
The castle
He's-
is just very difficult to navigate.
I guess because
Yeah.
they're plotting in rooms that you never see.
Mhm.
You see every doorway in this castle, and then they just teleport in. They're like, you're in the interstitial area. This game is like a house of cards.
Because we find out one of the characters is a raper, and they change the main character.
Kevin Spacey, why?
No! Did they actually change? No.
No, I think they
They just canceled
wrote
it,
him
right?
out. No, because there's another season without him.
Really?
Another season
Yeah.
coming this November.
Yep.
Huh.
It'll be the final season. And they wrote out Kevin Spacey's character somehow. I don't know how.
So where are we putting House of Cards in the?
I want to bury it.
Okay.
I want it gone forever.
Bury it and rise above.
Yeah, bury it and rise above.
Sorry, I'm having a mental breakdown.
Bury
Do
it.
you guys have any?
Bury it. Bury it and rise above.
I don't know what that means. Stop saying that. Are you activating me? Kill the president.
Must kill Ronald Reagan.
Mickey's cool. I just want to pal around with Riku and Mickey and just see what they get up to.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's one thing I did want to actually mention. How do you feel about Riku being the cast member with Mickey?
I like it.
Weird.
How your secondary character is the one with the omnipresent Disney mascot?
I like it.
I do too.
Yeah. It feels like you're palling it with like the side character, but in like a good way.
hmm
Because you don't have to worry about all this actually important stuff that doesn't make any sense. You can just focus on Riku going through his journey.
Learning how to cope with the darkness.
The smell of darkness is within him.
But he learns to use both the dark and the light.
Yeah, what's going on?
He gets to walk the fine line
don't
to
go
the
there.
dawn.
Roll credits. Why he's like I don't accept darkness. Darkness sucks. And then you get into the first battle and he's like darkness, and he turns into dark.
Yeah, I
Riku.
thought about that.
Yeah.
That stood out to me. How do you feel about Christopher Lee voicing a character? I thought that was a cool thing.
What
Diz in the house.
Diz.
What's going on? What?
Diz, his
That's
when Diz
Christopher
first
Lee?
appears. Yeah, it's Christopher
Oh,
Lee.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Rest in
Yeah.
pepperonis.
Is he dead?
You know.
What's happening?
Yeah.
Christopher
Christopher
Lee is
Lee's
dead.
Did this game
dead.
kill him? That's terrible.
No.
Okay. He's a cool character.
Yeah, Christopher Lee's. He's
He's
I
wacky.
like Diz.
His head is wrapped in red bandages and black belts.
Who could he be?
Hmm.
It is I. Meh, meh.
Diz.
Seeker of meh, meh.
What's hilarious is that in the end credits of the Sora sequence, it says who Diz is.
What?
And you haven't met Diz yet.
Oh.
It says Diz parentheses who he really is, and then
No.
it just keeps going. It
No.
says in the
Yeah.
end credits.
Nobody thought in it. No thought was put into this game in any capacity. They're just like, I don't know, ship it.
There was enough thought to hire Christopher Lee
Mhm.
Well, he needed the
for
money,
like
man.
10 lines of dialogue. So which path will you take? The dark or the light?
I'm gonna go towards dawn. When you walk away.
Walk away.
I hate it. It's the stupid Castaway ending, and that was a terrible ending. Don't do this. I cannot believe this game ends with him at a literal crossroads. Four-way.
I was okay when we had talked about this earlier, and you were like, you had mentioned that the final cutscene was like mind blowing in a bad
in
way,
a bad way.
like game breaking, like terrible.
Yes.
And I played through this with morbid curiosity because I really wanted to know what was
Yeah.
awful. And the moment he got to the
You're
crossroads,
like, yep.
I knew exactly where.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, I just like that he was like, which path will you take, A or B? When there's obviously a C path right behind him. And it's like, where could this be going?
And then it's the freaking line, oh, you're going to go to the twilight before the darkness. No, the dawn.
And Mickey is dressed like a juggalo. Those robes look so stupid. They look so stupid. You can't smell them when they wear the robes. That's why they're wearing the robes. I hate it.
Haha. I'm Mickey, I'm undercover. Haha.
You could not end this game in a way that would make me less interested in Kingdom Hearts 2 than to have them wear robes that hide the scent, and then they're at a crossroads and he goes towards dawn. I liked Riku. I liked him. He betrayed me. I don't know.
It's not over yet.
This game hurt me deep inside.
Deep in your memories?
Deep in my memories that are cards that don't match my memories, and then I have to go through them to get to the end. Why in Riku do you have to go out? You have to leave the boss and then go find it.
Wait, what?
In Sora, it just kicks you out to the end of the world, but in Riku, it's like, okay, now you have to go to the end of the world, so you have to go back through the levels you already have the
Oh.
rooms.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
There's like one or two that do kick you out to Conqueror's Respite, but no, you're right. I did, yep. Oh, because you cut so much of the traffic through the world to begin with by losing all of the extra story stuff, so it's probably their way of keeping you in the level longer.
And then, Michael, screw you. There's a thing you said where it's like, why is Riku in Little Mermaid or the Nightmare Before Christmas? Why is he fighting Oogie Boogie? Are we just... It's not funny, it's terrible. He doesn't
No, I
have
agree.
any
No,
memories.
No, I agree. It's awful. Why? Yeah, why is he fighting Oogie Boogie? He wasn't even in Oogie Boogie World. He had nothing to do with Oogie Boogie World.
Remember this, Riku?
Maybe
Yeah.
Sora created the floors with his memories using
Okay.
the cards.
Okay.
And then Riku followed closely behind and went through the same floors.
But he's in the basement.
Yeah, he's in the basement.
Yeah,
But maybe they're just using Sora's memories.
you're right.
What is
But no, they can't be because they're not using any of the plot.
Ansem's plan? Is to put Riku through Disney World so he'll turn into evil?
I think it's just to break him down. And
It broke me down.
Tucker, have we lost you to the darkness?
I smell so bad right now, you guys. It's terrible.
Okay. I don't know. Anyone have any more closing thoughts?
This game's bad.
I'm not necessarily disagreeing, and I'm not necessarily agreeing.
Okay.
I'm middle of the road on it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
It's so lazy. It's like the laziest game ever made.
I don't know about that yet.
Why do you go to freaking the level from 2 and then you fight Riku there or something? Why? Why is Riku in Twilight Town?
Because they're using Sora's memories, I think. It has to be it then.
But he doesn't have memories. He never went there.
He does. Okay, that part is explained because it's using memories from the other side of his heart, which I'm pretty sure is a nobody thing.
It's Roxas.
Yeah, I think it's a Roxas thing.
But okay, but I challenge you: is there or is there not a cutscene where Riku shows up in a place he's never been, and Ansem is there, and then he says, "You're not Ansem. You smell different," and then Ansem turns into a different character.
Yeah, it turns into Diz.
He turns into Christopher Lee.
Yeah, he does.
He's like, "You passed the test."
You've convinced me. Let's throw this at the top of the list.
And that's what happens. That's that world's plot.
Yeah,
That's
is. You meet Diz and you kill Riku copy.
Perfect.
I hate it.
Mwah.
And then, after going through every Disney level, and there not being any characters in it because he doesn't remember them, he banished them from his memory, which doesn't even make sense because he's in places he doesn't remember. He gets to the Destiny Islands, and there's people there, and then they fade away. But he banished them from his heart. That's it.
When did he banish them from his heart?
Because, what is his name? Ansem? Is that his name? Ansem says, you've eliminated everything from your heart except darkness and light, or whatever. And then
I think that's
there's
just that's just an Ansemism, I think.
But then why aren't there anybody in the Disney worlds? Or
Because he
Twilight
was
Town?
never interacting with people in the Disney worlds, really.
He
Other than
interacted with-
stealing princesses.
Oh yeah, that's what was happening in that game. God, this is all so stupid. Burn it all. I don't want to think about Kingdom Hearts anymore. Belle is
rich
in this
tapestry.
game. That's cool.
That was cool.
Actually,
Oh,
yeah,
it
I did
was-
like going back through Hollow Bastion, where it was more of a Belle and Beast story than it was a...
Yeah. And there was like his room. I thought that was really cool because it like hints at the backstory, and it's the only time it happens in the entire game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm
Oh my gosh.
And now, oh no! To play at this game, I just have to go back and just do the same slights over and over for like 20 more hours so I can get the XP to do the thing.
No, because you have to watch the thing first to get the rest of the cards.
Why?
And then, yeah, then you have to go grind and get every single card, and then there are cards that don't appear until after you've gotten every other card.
They don't tell you that.
I know.
Nope.
They don't tell you that. They're just like, they'll be fine with that. They'll be fine with what? If you go watch the stupid cutscene, do you get to go back and get those cards in that playthrough, or do you have to start a new playthrough?
You have to start a new playthrough.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure you have to start a new playthrough.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
die.
you might have to start a new
I'm
playthrough.
going to die now.
You're the one that committed to this, Tucker. Christian, are you ever going to try to plat Rechain of Memories?
Not
Don't.
for a while.
Okay.
Don't. Please. Be free.
The fact that you want to kind of makes me want to, but then I think about how long it'll take, and
Christian,
then no.
be the pigeon man from Hey Arnold and just fly away into the sun.
Tucker, to put this into context, I watched a thing today that said that a plat for Rechain would take you probably about 110 hours.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay, because I put in 20 something.
Yeah.
So I'm like half of the way there.
Yeah, give or take.
It gets good after 20 hours.
Oh, I don't envy you. I don't know why you would ever want to try to plat this, but here we are. Did you guys get like a weird gut feeling, not the good kind, every time they said the words "chain of memories"? Because I
Like
sure
you gotta
did.
poop?
Kind of.
Okay.
Because they don't. It's not subtle. They say it a lot.
Yeah,
There's like at
they
least
do.
one cutscene where Namine says "chain of memories" like 3 times.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're doing that thing where that's the name of the game, but they don't explain it, and then it's just like...
Kingdom Hearts.
It's
The whole series is that. They don't explain what Kingdom Hearts is, but they built a series around whatever the hell Kingdom Hearts is.
Yep.
It shouldn't be a thing. It's a bad name for a thing. It's a fine name for a video game. It shouldn't be a thing in that video game, like a place or a thing. It's plural. I have cleansed myself. If you guys want to talk about Rechain in any capacity, please feel free to do so.
I don't know. Christian, do you think we missed anything?
No, nothing comes to mind. I think we covered all of the pertinent bases.
Okay.
I feel like there is one thing I wanted to complain about.
Just one thing?
Oh, the emulation's not good.
Wait,
I
what?
found when you're Riku and you do like the special attacks and stuff, the screen goes crazy. There's like trails everywhere. Maybe that's just like my copy or something, but I was noticing a lot of like weird visual glitches going on.
Oh, yeah, I did catch that once or twice.
Yeah, where it seems like the edge of the screen moves in a way it shouldn't, and all of a sudden
Yeah.
you're like seeing beyond the void.
Yeah, that happened once or twice to me with Riku. And it would be
Or-
when you're in darkness mode or whatever, and you
Yep.
trigger up like a,
Yep.
the up-down drill attack or whatever it's called.
I'm guessing that's maybe the fact that it's a 4x3 game running at 16:9, and you weren't supposed to see the edges of the screen so much, and they never went back and changed it.
Yeah.
There were parts where I would finish a battle and then just stand there.
Yeah, that happened a lot.
You know,
Yep.
that's fun.
You get to see the creases of the skyboxes.
Yeah, you get to see where the skybox repeats itself. That's fun. That's good. There's no post game. There's no like cool bosses to go fight or anything.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get any cool cards because the cards are just the same cards with different numbers attached to them.
You get the Heartless cards or whatever that give you like I guess
Yeah.
an arena effect,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is nice sometimes. Learning learning how to do that, and then learning what the Jafar card did was like
Yeah.
mind blowing.
That's when the game just dissolved, and I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. But you go get a booster pack for Magic cards, and it's like, I can't wait to see what I get. But you go to the Moogle shop, and it's like, oh, I got a 6 card. That's the basic attack.
Oh yay! It's another Simba.
I got a Simba. It's a 3. Now I can do 2 Simbas. Oh, this was a bad game. I feel so good now because it's over and we've talked about it, and it's just like this chapter of my life is over. And don't bring up the platinum thing
Tucker, we haven't even ranked it yet
if you value your life. Oh, okay. Well,
because I know I'm definitely I don't feel like it's a bottom tier.
okay. Well, okay. Let me. Okay, so this is the part of the show. Usually this happens about an hour and a half earlier in the show, but we're gonna rank this on our list of games, and I'm just gonna read the list real quick for those listening. Top of the list, we got Rystar, still at the top, still the best game ever made. And then we got Sonic CD, and then we got, yep. I feel like we did this last time too. Valkyria Chronicles.
Woo! That's my favorite one on here right now.
Okay, and then we got Psychonauts, followed by the first Kingdom Hearts, followed by Sonic 2, and then we got Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc, then we got Company of Heroes, then Yoshi's Story, then Sonic 3 and Knuckles, then Metroid Prime, then Fable 2, then Sonic Triple Trouble, then Sonic the Hedgehog, then Resident Evil 1 for the PlayStation, not the GameCube game. And then Vanquish, and then Beyond Two Souls, and then Star Fox Adventures, and then Mean Bean Machine, followed by Sonic Chaos, Sonic Drift 2, Sonic Spinball, Sonic Drift 1, and finally, at the bottom, Knuckles Chaotix for the 32X. Mwah!
It's a Sonic rock block.
Yeah, right there. Oh, Lord.
Built a really nice foundation there, Sonic.
So, I feel like we can very easily narrow this down. Is this better than Kingdom Hearts? Is anyone going to make that argument?
Absolutely not, no.
So we definitely know is below that. Do we feel like this is the worst game on the list?
No.
I would say no. So we have a range now, and you guys can, I guess, take it away, because I don't have a good spot in mind yet. So
Oh, okay. I was feeling somewhere around below Vanquish. Somewhere around Vanquish.
That's close to where I was aiming. I was thinking, since my reference point on here really is only Resident Evil,
yeah,
I was thinking where I rank it against the first Resident Evil game,
okay.
and it's about at the same place, I think.
I would not be. My first inclination would not be to put this below Vanquish,
Really?
because
You dislike Vanquish more than that crazy rant you just had about Chain of Memories.
Is this what the kids call ludonarrative dissonance?
whoa, ludonarrative dissonance. Vanquish was better from a gameplay perspective, but it was very repetitive, and I don't think the story was as good or as enjoyable, I'll say, as the Rechain story. If I was going to go tell myself from a year ago, play one of these games, I would probably say Rechain, just because I know it would lead into 2 and it had kind of some fun plot stuff. So
Oh.
Vanquish I could have not played and my life would not be any different.
Okay.
This was too easy. You guys narrowed it down too quick. Is this better than Fable 2? Maybe it is.
I don't know. You guys, is it better than Fable 2?
No.
No, but neither is Metroid Prime. I don't know what that's doing there.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so is this better than Sonic Triple Trouble?
That's such a weird question. I don't know.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's more ambiguity than I expected. Okay, is this worse than Resident Evil?
No.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I'm okay with no.
I feel like we're leading us along. You guys, you already put this several places down from what we're talking about. So,
Okay.
you guys like Resident Evil?
I do like Resident
Yeah.
Evil.
Okay. Do you like Rechain?
I do like Rechain. They're about on par for me.
Can we put a? So what's our floor here? Is Vanquish?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Like below Vanquish would be the floor?
For me, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And our ceiling is Resident Evil? Is that
I can't speak to this. I haven't played most
Yeah.
of these games like you guys did. But
Well,
I
you've
don't know.
played Sonic 1?
no, I've only played Sonic.
okay.
Sonic 2 and the last crazy one, the homage
Okay.
one, are the only 2 Sonic games I've ever played.
Oh, okay.
So-
Yeah.
Tucker,
Yeah.
would you feel comfortable if Rechain of Memories wound up on top of Sonic the Hedgehog 1?
Oh. Okay. No.
Okay.
Sonic 1 isn't that great of a game, but the levels are different levels.
Okay.
Like, they're designed different. When you go through a level, it's a different level.
Okay. Christian, same
I
question.
would I would put it above Sonic the Hedgehog. I'd be okay with that.
So we have a conundrum here.
I feel like
So-
our range is like slipping around a little bit.
Okay, but I mean, what we've established is Christian's comfortable throwing it above Sonic the Hedgehog,
Okay.
but Tucker isn't.
I definitely Fable 2 was a better game.
Okay, so we have our ceiling.
Okay.
Now,
If you-
is that ceiling Fable 2 or is that ceiling Sonic Triple Trouble?
If you guys want to put this above Sonic Triple Trouble. Wait, what am I saying? This game's terrible. You worked your magic on me. Leave me alone.
Oh my goodness.
This is like sub Star Fox Adventures. What are you people saying? I liked Beyond Two Souls more than this game.
Weird.
Oh wow.
Okay.
That's insane.
It had Willem Dafoe in it, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so did
What if?
other things.
What if? Here's my Louisiana purchase. Here's my. What is the compromise?
You
Here's
probably
my-
don't. Tucker,
is my-
before you
Hmm?
rhetorically reference any of the compromise, never mind.
What?
What's your compromise?
Between Resident Evil and Vanquish.
Okay.
What's
I like
what,
this more than
what-
Resident Evil.
You think this is better than Resident Evil?
I think I enjoyed it more than Resident Evil.
I
If you're talking like hard mechanics and stuff like that, yeah,
Okay.
Resident Evil is probably a better put together game.
Yeah.
But I think I got more out of the parts I liked from
Okay.
Rechain of Memories than I did from Resident Evil.
But then we have to put it up against Sonic the Hedgehog 1, and I don't understand my thoughts on that. I don't know where my heart is.
I mean, I feel like you'd think Sonic the Hedgehog 1 is better if you're willing to drop this below William Dafoe game.
Yeah, you're right. So above Resident Evil, that would work for everybody?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that would probably work for me. You're the holdout, Tucker. This is on you. No
Oh.
pressure.
Boy, Christian, you can I don't want to make that decision. I don't want to be responsible for this.
Why?
Oh my gosh.
You look at the list anyway, and you're like, "Oh, why is that there?"
Yeah. You know, our thoughts at a point in time, they shouldn't hold forth, but they do. That's fine. I'm okay with it above Resident Evil.
Oh.
As a compromise.
Oh, wow.
It's not really a compromise, I'm just saying you can do that. That's not really what a compromise is.
I would have been willing to compromise with your compromise and drop it below, but okay.
Okay. Well, now you tell me. It's already on the list.
too
I already
late.
have the music playing. The
Oh.
Rystar music.
Yay!
All right, I feel like okay.
Where did we put it?
Cool.
Above Resident Evil and below Sonic the Hedgehog? Am I remembering that right?
Okay, that's fine. My heart hurts.